Alright, so I just got this. It's the Fast to Burn Forge off of Amazon. It was an early birthday gift. And I got it all set up. Got my propane over there. So I'm doing my first burn on it right now. Let's see if this is getting cool. So basically, it's going to come with this adapter. I was like, is this even going to fit? But basically, it turns in counterclockwise into pretty, I would imagine, any propane tank. The only thing I kind of don't like is this fitting right here. It's hard to get a real good bite on the nipple because this is in the way. So I'll make another video with like all the fittings off, because it has a nipple with a rubber mouthpiece that squishes inside of here when you press this down, but you can't put the tube onto the fitting without having it inside of here, which is actually giving the clamping pressure. So it's got a little bit of the nipple on it, but not a lot. It comes with this tube isn't too long, the hose isn't too long. I'm going to get a longer one. You can see it's kind of bleeding off some water, some of that moisture inside. So right now I'm just doing like the first burn on it. Nothing's inside. It came with the 6K crucible. The only thing that I noticed that is a major difference from like the other ones that I watch people forge with or smelt with, burn stuff with, melt stuff with, is like the Devil Forge that Stack D has. It has a windage adjuster right there. So this did not come with the windage adjuster on the torch. So it just sucks in. Like if you have a windy day, it goes in and out and stuff like that. That's the problem. This is the second time I turned it on. The first time it was kind of like in and out with the flame. Then I was kind of scared the crap out of myself. I was kind of messing with the wind by putting my hand up there, and what I did was I created like a suction coming the opposite direction towards me. Started popping, freaked me out, freaked my girl out in the inside. But I just barely have the propane turned on, barely, and it seems like it's getting a good torch going inside of there. It's not really going to be able to see it. You can see it a little bit. It's got a good torch going on inside of there. So the things that I'm going to probably do to it, because I'm still waiting on my gloves, is I'm waiting on my gloves, and I have to get some tongs, because it came with these tongs, which are nice. I mean as nice as you're going to get in a kit, right? But you could pick the crucible up, but it's going to be super hard to pour. So I want to get the crucible pouring tongs that will clamp it, and then I'll be able to pour. So got that on the way, got the gloves on the way. Today is the 30th of November, so it's Cyber Monday today. So we were actually able to get them to discount this down to $220 to $252. Normally it's like $260 something, but we had ordered it on the 4th of November, but seeing how we didn't get it yet, they didn't really adjust the price. They just gave us a $40 credit towards Amazon. I feel like it's going to be a good start to getting into this. It came with ingot too. That's on the inside. I'll have to get it later. I'm not burning though. I'm not actually melting any metal down today. I'm just turning her on, kind of letting her burn a little bit. Probably gonna put the crucible in about, see, it's already 4 minutes on this video right now. It's probably running maybe like another 5 minutes before I turn the video on. So I'll probably let it run for like another maybe 5 minutes. That'll be a total of 15 minutes. Run inside, I'm gonna grab my temp gauge. All right, went and got my temp gauge. So right now on the outside, we're like at, let me see, let me switch hands real quick. Hold the camera. Get my trigger finger on it. All right, so on the side, we're just shy of 200. 200 is going up. So right there on the side, you can see where the laser's pointing. We're right at 202, 200. That's going up. I'm gonna measure on the top of it, just on the top. The top, we're hitting, like around, let's just call it 220. She's jumping around. See if I can point that on the inside of there. On the inside, she's climbing. Trying to keep her steady and look at the camera. It said high, so I gotta see what this thing maxes out at. It probably maxes out at 700. I would imagine that this, it doesn't really say on the side of it. It's one I got from O'Reilly's. I use it when I'm working on cars and stuff like that. But it's getting up there. It's a good thing that it's actually, that. So this model, because I was looking at the different ones. I was looking at that Devil Forge, and then they had like American something, the silver one on Amazon. And I was looking at those, and I definitely wanted to get one that had the, I can't think about what the actual name of that. It's not the fire brick, but it's the wool, like the fire wool, that white wool right there, right? That it had the clay mold on top of the wool. Because I was looking at some that just had the wool on the outside, or the wool on the inner lining, and then I saw this one that had a revised version where they put the wool and then they put the man, I can't remember the actual name of the stuff, but the clay around it, but they don't put the clay on the top. The Devil Forge, the newest one that I've seen, has a clay on the top of it as well. So for the top it has a clay, and then for the inner lining it has a clay. I would imagine like the top is getting as hot as the whole interior, so hopefully that top, stays together, and that stuff, it's coming up and down when you're opening and closing it. See if I can go ahead and open her up and get in there. So it's getting a good burn going right now. Try to get you guys in there. I'll make another video after I let this burn and stuff, because on the torch, it has a piece on the inside that is tapered. It's like a tapered collar. It's like a tapered collar on the inside, so that I guess it's, kind of closing off and sealing the area, the diameter on the inside of where it actually goes in. You have to screw that in. I put this in and I just pushed it in, and then it pushed that out. And so you had to screw it in. When I had it tight on the collar, that nipple was pointing down, but this still had a little bit of room to turn it, so I have it pointing out to the side, upwards and stuff. So, but yeah, man, that's it right there. Let's see if the outside is getting any hotter. So it's maintaining that temperature on the outside. As soon as I point it inside, it automatically taps pegs that out. So I would imagine she's getting pretty hot inside of there, but the outside is keeping that temperature down. You know, I can wave my hand over the top of it. It's not too bad. Around the outsides, it's not too bad. You definitely just don't want to grab it with your hands, but it's good that it's not emitting a whole lot of heat off of it. And that's where all of that inner lining, I guess, will come into play. But yeah, I just wanted to make somewhat of a first time review because it's not really an unboxing because I've already unboxed it and kind of put it together, but I didn't see any videos online for this, so I wanted to at least make something, let you guys see it, so you're going to get that blue tube. It's going to come in a small box. It comes in a box about the same size, just a little bit bigger than this. You can see in comparison, that's that baby Weber, and then that's the furnace right there. So you can see in comparison, it's shorter than that baby Weber. It's not big. This is the 6kg model, the 6 kilogram model. I kind of thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but at the same time, like that right there, if you filled this, to like a half an inch to the top, that's a lot. You probably wouldn't. I would need malts. I would need like 2 more ingots, I would imagine, to pour all of that. So it's a good beginner. I say if like you're a beginner and you don't want to actually make one, I was thinking about making one, but after going and looking like for the like the big tin cans at Home Depot, those were like $50. Kale wool, that's what the inner lining's called. The inner lining's called kale wool. My daughter's crying, I gotta wrap this up. So, but the inner lining, the kale wool, to get a pack of that was probably gonna be like $20-$30. The torch, another $20-$30. And I don't think that will come with that collar, but I see people like stuff kale wool right inside of there to kind of like stop it, because it's not blowing out anything, so it's not blowing out any heat, not blowing out any heat right there. The collar or the fittings and stuff like that, so you're right around $100, $150 maybe if you went all out. So I just lost $100, but I don't know. I feel like if I like this and I kept doing it, then I can build a bigger one, and then I can move up, do 2 burners, and be able to haul a lot of stuff. Because I'll show you real quick. Just give me 1 second. Show you real quick of what I have so far, as far as like stuff to burn. So I have all this is just like some aluminum siding for windows. I have like a whole bunch of miscellaneous car parts, a lot of aluminum that I have to like break down. I have these aluminum sheets that one of my friends gave me from his job. So I'm gonna break all of those down. There's 7 of those. That shit is heavy. I can't even pick that up. Some more aluminum. This whole toolbox is aluminum. These rotors aren't doing nothing. Those are going to the scrap yard. And then I got these radiators. So I'll break all that stuff down. I'm gonna start burning it all down, A good thing about that though, it's pretty small. So like how I have it set up, that Weber grill is right there. I have it set up on, and that's like my living room right there. I feel like that's a safe distance from the door. I got a hose spigot over there, so in case anything did happen, I would be able to hose it down. I was kind of thinking about I have some pallets, so I'm thinking about just putting it in the yard, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. But it's not big. It's smaller than that Weber grill. And I used to cook on the porch in the apartment complex with that Weber grill. So yeah, it's getting hot in there. You can see how she's getting up there. And so this video is 15 minutes. In 15 minutes we're getting up to temperature. But yeah, I don't know, man. Leave it in the comments if you got any like questions or anything like that, or any advice for a beginner starting out. You know, good other places than Amazon where I can get stuff. I have a backyard Foundry book coming on Friday too, so I can, you know, get a little bit more education. But I watch like a lot of the restoration videos, the like I think it's called triples or D stack D. I'm a subscriber. I just watch his videos. He does a lot of this. I think he's out in like Britain or England, but he makes a lot of good videos. King of Random, they were making videos on how to make these. Grant was, well, did Grant make those? I think Grant may have made them before he passed. But no, I don't think Grant made those. It was the other guy. I think his name is Mike, and his wife. But him, and I watch a couple other people that do the Foundry. So big shouts out to them. Y'all probably will never see this, but big shouts out to them, because it definitely inspires to keep different hobbies going, you know. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good little forge for starting out for the beginning. You can see it's been sweating off a lot of liquid. And another thing why I want to take it off of here is because in these cracks, you know, I have like plants and stuff. Because you can see like it's steaming. So what I'm thinking about doing is just getting like some, not cinder blocks, but like the 1/4-inch blocks of these, or the foot by foot blocks of these, taking 2 or 3 pallets, maybe even 4, creating a whole little space, putting the blocks on top of those, and then just having all this, leveling all that out, and then just having all this on top of there, so that it's out there, because I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to like spill stuff on it and have it get hard and then it's there, even though obviously this is nothing pretty. I need to do my weeds and stuff. But yeah, man, leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna start making videos of this, some drone flying videos and stuff like that. I got a DJI, the Maverick Mini, so I've been flying that around, and I don't know, just making little videos of how it comes out as we go. I'm gonna pop her back open before I log it off, because I gotta go inside. My daughter's getting a little fussy. Yeah, she's getting there. She's getting that temperature up there. So when I do my first actual melting, probably this weekend on Saturday, I'll keep y'all along for the ride. And that, it seems like it's a pretty good quality build. The hinge for the top is a little flimsy. I would like that to be a little bit more reinforced, but hey, you know what? You can't complain, bro. So, plus, if I want to reinforce, I can just probably reinforce it myself. That little hinge right there is a little flimsy, but so far seems like a good product. We shall see. Thanks.